Hello again. I'm very good at this consistent upload thing. Anyway, Gunnora's axe. Uh, Similar to Nessa's ablation. This gun has good range. So if you're going opening shot for PvP, and that's active, you're already hitting the range cap. Because I think it's like 86 or something, and range no longer has an effect on damage drop off, just aim assist. So no need to really worry about that. So if you're going for a PvP roll, I think your best bet is opening shot. And then from there, you can go either moving target or hip fire, just kind of depends on what you're looking for. I think hip fire is very funny. Like, it is just extremely funny when it works. It's a shame you can't enhance it, but if you could, it would probably be a little strong. We've seen some of the shenanigans you can get up to with enhanced hip fire and enhanced offhand strike on Heritage. They probably don't want to repeat that mistake. Surplus and threat detector aren't bad in their own right. Threat detector is very good for kind of camping corners, which is actually not bad with this gun because then you can kind of get an idea. Like when they're in 15 meters, you can pull a corner, pull around a corner and go for the headshot because it's kind of 15 meters. I think it's like these things like max out at like 10-ish meters. You get a headshot. So, if threat detector's up, they're probably close to one-shot headshot range. Surplus is good for the handling, but it's also kind of dependent on what subclasses you play, what builds you go with, because it's helpful if you have multi-charge abilities. So it works well with Strand. Maybe not quite so effective with something like Void unless you're using, I don't know, like Nether Manacles or something like that. For PV, okay, hang on. One more PvP roll I do want to mention just because it exists. But if there's ammo around, chaining Volt Shot with this gun is actually pretty funny. I wouldn't say it's better than opening shot, but it is an option. For PvE, it's auto loading Vorpal. This is basically first in, last out. Yeah, that's kind of all there is to it. I wouldn't say this is better than Nessa's, but it's easier to get because you can just focus these at Saladin. For your mags, so I kind of wanted to mention this separately. This gun is kind of weird. For some reason, it got the old-fashioned, or it got like hand cannon-esque mag perks. So you've got stuff like ricochet rounds or armor piercing, flared mag. Like it's a little weird. What I would recommend, honestly, is okay for PvP at least, or PvE, excuse me. I would go appended for the increased magazine size. Extended doesn't do anything for you, so just use appended. Or you could go flared. Well, yeah, I wouldn't bother with flared unless you were going for an actual reload build. If you're going something like Volt Shot, okay. That's an example of where it would be good. You can go like something like Volt Shot, Threat Detector, Flared Mag, get the reload speed. But for PvP, I think just go with Ricochet, honestly. Gives you +5 range. You don't have the option for Accurize, so it's, all your range options are similar. You could, I don't know, man, meme some people around a corner with Ricochet off a wall. Armor piercing honestly wouldn't be bad either. If enemies are grouped, maybe you get a collateral. It'd be unlikely, but it is something that could happen. And then go the handling masterworks that you've got like 90 handling. So yeah, that's Gunnora's axe. Probably honestly worth chasing if you need a good PvP slug. I think this is a much better option for PvP than Nessa's. But for PvE, it is not quite as good. It just kind of depends what you're looking for. Not sure what weapon I'll be covering tomorrow. I've got a lot of homework that needs to be done, but I'll come up with something and I'll push it out hopefully tomorrow evening. Thanks for watching.